Hello, everybody. How we doing tonight? How's it going, everybody? Just finished shutting some stuff down, getting the week started or ended, depending how you run your week. Days don't matter anymore. Welcome to my Manic Mondays. I'm your host, Cedro Robles, the the show where we talk about mental health and movies. Let's see. What's up, Sean? How you doing, brother? Sean Smith in the house. We were checked up on him earlier because he had an accident at work, or you know, he's doing better. That's good. Glad to hear you're doing great, Sean. It's Monday night. This is my night on the Indie Escape, and tonight's episode is a self check. And a self check episode is basically what I'm trying to understand as just checking in on everybody, seeing how everyone's doing, seeing how we have the week ahead of us going and the week that passed us, and how I did to get by. What's up? Hey, what's up, Brandon? Brandon E. Brooks in the house, one of my Indie Escape brothers, and he'll be coming on the show soon, hopefully next week. Him and I got Gabe coming on soon, so I got two of the Indie Escape brothers coming on. I do like in the group chat, in the production group chat, when Joe Ridgely posts some of the images to get us hype, and this is one of them. This is our weekly lineup for this week. Check it out. We got shows 5 days. Is it five? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have up till Sunday because we do have one on Sunday, but as of this, it's Monday. But right now we got here the shows that we got coming up this week. Man, it's gonna be awesome. I don't know where to begin. I mean, my show is just a self check. It's just me. There's gonna be no interviews unless anybody wants to chat in the comments. Just kind of coming in. It's Monday. This is my kind of my reset in a way, or get started. I don't know. Now it's just run and go, and I like to do the no huddle offense here. But look what we got. So tomorrow, Gabe will have director writer John D. Hancock. And on Wednesday, remember we were talking about with Steve Gray, the Bestial? He's it's coming out on Wednesday. And then don't forget about Thursday nights. We have Mick and Kurt. They got the Indie Escape. What are they doing? Crimson Peak. I haven't seen that movie, but I need to check it out. And then Brandon has. What's up, Joe? Great to see you too, Joe. Hope all is well. Brandon, who do you have? Sandra Santiago. I'm sorry. I probably should be more familiar with her. I'm not too familiar. I'm gonna have to do some research before Friday's episode. Brandon's episodes are. I mean, his show is just coming along. It's coming great. All the shows are coming great. Gabe's back on it, and then you see right here at the bottom, my guest from last week, Scott Meany. He's got his show coming up, and the thing about it is, I want to talk about last week's episode real quick for the Indie Escape. I had such a great time. Just having Scott Meany on, he's such a professional. He's a great guy to just kind of just get to bounce off ideas or just see the way he works his magic and see how how I can learn how to do my version of it. And then having Scotty Bussy on was cool. One of our newest Indie Escape family members. He's gonna do stage diving with Scotty. It's gonna be like a music media starting off there. But that was pretty cool last week. Last week was kind of like a really high note for me because I was just like I got off, and then even I mean after we got off the episode, Scott and I talked for a little bit longer, and it's just such a great like it just said great now. Just it was just a Monday, just hanging out with one of the coolest guys that I know, and then again to like just kind of interview him, get to talk to him a little bit, trying to get more or less just to give the viewers out there a little bit of what we have to offer and what our talent is here because yeah, we got some great people here. She was a star on Miami Vice, The Sopranos, Guiding Light, and much more. Yeah, you're right. I probably do recognize her. I just haven't. Name doesn't ring a bell, but it doesn't mean that I haven't seen her. I'm pretty good with names and faces, as we can see on some of the shows that I've been doing, especially with Side by Side. We've been kind of doing this whole thing, a repeat offender, and see who comes out the most in movies and how you can pick them up with just by from like people like we watch a movie and then we'll watch movies down the line and they're not even connected, just have same actors or same back. It's good to see someone go from like a background actor and then they have like a small line as like a principal and then they before you know it they're like assisting or like a co-star and then they're leading and it's like it's cool to see the progressions. And one of the things that I really like enjoy just about life is just that we have just we have time to do what we want with it. And one of the things I do enjoy doing is collecting comics, collecting comic books, mainly graphic novels, mainly I still have sports. I'm different with sports right now. They're kind of I'm getting too old for the heroes or something like that I grew up watching, and maybe this I've been playing basketball for too long, and I've been watching football for too long. But I still get a kick out of getting my stash, like getting my movies, not my movies, my memorabilia from movies or anything from pop culture. I just enjoy being a collector. But I did want to start something doing from now on. I did it last week and a few weeks, and then I'm gonna start to do this again. It's kind of like where I kind of just grab a little bit of footage from my week and I just kind of like bring it back to show everybody. And I mean, I don't really have a like set idea when I go and do something. I just go and do it if work or whatnot or something leisurely. But I don't really like recording too much where I'm just like, oh, I need to record this. Sometimes I just like to record things because I like to record them, or if it's only something I'm only going to see once in a while or once in a lifetime, if I could, I'll record it. But yeah, out in the wild, I don't know. I don't. If someone's taking a picture of me, I'd like permission, and I know it's not gonna happen, but or all the time. But I don't like taking candid videos of people. But I like doing videos of my own, or as long as it's not something embarrassing. So I did wanna talk about this little segment I'm doing. So check out this video I got that I made. Let's see how the week went. So let's get her rolling. Oh yeah, sorry, I already started off late. That was a little rap I had. What is this? What is this vehicle here? Look at this contraption going downtown. I didn't know what that was. Got me very curious. We're just chasing it. Like, what is this thing? And then here we go. Some of this is on Tuesday night. Just the actors warming up for their performance. I didn't take a whole lot, just a little bit, just little things like that's Jur. He's a great actor. Hopefully, I'll be able to work with him in the future because I really like his acting. And that's the very end of the sketch show. I was part of tech, but they did. Oh yeah, look, my kid just keeps growing. It's fun. I like it. He's still putting on my shoes there, and my boots. Yeah, we did side by side this past week on Thursday, and we got a new tent in the house. So yeah, I got a nice tent going. Oh, I just stopped at Shipley's before work. I had to get a kolache and a donut and an orange juice because I just wanted to do that. Does this look like a Friday, right? Does that look like a dog? Let's get the morning going good. Oh yeah, so tomatoes are coming up. Yeah, so I'm gonna start doing some tomato posts. Get ready for that. I love gardening. Gardening is one of my pastimes. Yeah. Oh, the triple cheeseburger. I didn't even know McDonald's had a triple cheeseburger. Yeah, that's gross. I'm getting it. And with a strawberry cake. Strawberry cake is always the best. It's literally a strawberry cake, just cake full of strawberries. Okay, so Sean Smithen says that this contraption here is a camper and an awesome one too. Okay, so you could live in that thing. I can see it kind of being like a terrain. Or I mean, does it have a toilet? Probably. But I can see it like being like I saw that and I was like, that thing looks so unique. It looks so cool. Now I'm finding out it's a camper. Yeah, you could totally live in that thing. And then we didn't get to see like I guess I didn't do this too fast. I had a wrap, a spring roll, so we call it. But yeah, just trying to figure out more or less how to unwind, and I like recording things. I like seeing things, like just having fun and just seeing what's out there, and just like some things that catch my eye, like that unique. That thing was like so unique to me, and I'm glad that Sean was able to tell me that it was a camper. people do the van life and live in full time. Oh, that's right. I've seen a bunch of those. Lots of YouTube videos. I don't know. I don't think I can do that. Do a little confined space, like a little. I mean, it's mobile, so you can move around, and you can kind of get if you're bored from the city you're in, or if you don't want to like, or where you're at need to move around, you can move, which I think is pretty cool. But for for slice of life, that'd be a great little movie to make. Let's make a movie. Let's see, Sean. Let's make a. This is another thing I'm gonna try to do since I am a filmmaker and I haven't been making any films. Well, I've been writing, but not a whole lot. But I need to write more. But what would a manic movie be about? Let's see. A camper inside the city, and we need a dilemma. We need a problem. We'll find one through this episode. Maybe that's the title of the movie: A Camper Inside the City. Get Steve Gray to read it, and we'll write it, and then we'll have Brandon E. Brooks break it down, and then we'll have we'll have to take all the talent from Saturday and Sundays from Scott and David, Scott Shuffle and Joe. We'll get we got all the cast there, and then yeah. See, it's how easy it is to make a movie these days. In the funding and all that. That's the fun part. That's why they call it funding. Go fund it. Go find it. But there you go. We got a beginning of a movie. So this was on My Manic Mondays. We're doing My Manic. What I like to call I like that I talked to Scott about it and I was like, what's his Manic Media? And he said he likes doing the vinyl records. So I'm gonna go with CJ's. What's My Manic Media? Sean, what are you on right now? What are you digging? What are you liking? What are you doing? Are you doing YouTube? You watching stuff on Spotify? Are you listening to Spotify? Are you just anybody out there? Joe, what's going on? What's everybody's medium right now? In the city using a camper like that, it's called stealth camping. I'll do it. Yeah. Oh man, like an alternative lifestyle inside the camper and making it seem like you live in a downtown loft or something. Wow. Yeah, I could totally see it. It's like what's it called? Like urban terrain? No, it's not urban. Is it called urban terrain or something like that? I don't really pay attention too much. I watch mostly on Facebook. Check it out. We already have a movie already. Look at that. It's a camper inside the city, and it's told through the view of Facebook. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, Facebook is everything. You get all your little clips, all your reels. It's all digital. It's all there. It's super simple. Don't really have to. Don't really have to like put. It's not to say you have to put an effort, but it's so much easier just to kind of get the movie you want and keep going and go along your day. Like, I feel like you can tackle more. Oh, let's see. Urban camping is when you camp with tents in cities. Ah, okay. So, oh, there we go. Look at that. And then the main protagonist goes to the urban city and has issues with. No, goes to tent city and has issues with other campers. There we go. We're making a movie right now. Look at that. Lots of YouTube for obvious reasons. I know, right? We have the Indie Escape on YouTube. Everybody, if you get a chance, check out the Indie Escape on YouTube and on Facebook. A lot of solid international films and shows and cool documentaries on Netflix lately from Brandon E. Brooks. Yeah, I got to check that out. Definitely, like Netflix is totally like well, I haven't. I'm not. No, I'm getting. You know what? Sorry, I get them all confused now. I'm just like, is it Paramount? Is it Netflix? Is it Peacock? What is it? Let me just watch it. Hulu. So yeah, I thought I saw some other stuff on Netflix, but no, it was Amazon. So I'm getting them all confused. I don't want to speak out of line, but yeah, you're right. That means I need to go check them out, Brandon. You're right. I need to go check out Netflix. Sometimes, aka being homeless. I've been there a few times a year ago. Not fun, by the way. Oh, dude, I know how that feels. Like not having a lease. Not knowing where not having a lease on an apartment, but kind of couch surfing can turn into like a habit. And then you realize, like I was like, what, 21, 22. And then you realize you're like, oh, I've been hanging out well, I hang out with those family members at the time. We are just all hanging out. Then I was like, wait a minute, I don't have a place. I've been living here for 2 months. And then you try to get an apartment, and it's like impossible at those ages when they're like, "Do you have verified income, sir?" Yeah, I do have a job and I have money, but they need a cosigner and all this stuff. So I remember it was like it turned into like a like don't sleep on it. In other words, like I remember that happened to me, and I was out for a while. But it wasn't like I was like on the streets. I either slept nights, I slept in my truck because we stay out, and I would lose people, and then I was like, ah, whatever. Or like what do you call it? Just I don't know. Not having a place to live is a place to call home, which totally segues me back to what I wanted to talk about earlier. Having that sense of home, having that sense of feeling. It's on pause for your show right now, CJ, but I'm in the process of watching a good Tom Savini documentary on Tubi TV called Smoke and Mirrors. Oh, I need to watch that. Smoke and Mirrors. Tubi. And Tubi is a friendly filmmaker's channel I hear. So let's go Tubi. Living under 53-foot trailer in a lot of Arizona when it's 120 in the summer. Never again, man. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. And that's also like a old dad joke or old man jokes, or what you can tell that it's not the was it it's not the heat that gets you, humidity. I didn't understand that till I was in I was in Arizona, and I was walking around in like Tempe, and I started noticing people like running to like the shadows or like under like anything that was covered, and I was like, why does everyone keep doing that? Like they speed up because in Texas, where we're at in Central Texas, if you get the humidity, so if you get hit with that, it doesn't matter if you're the shade or not, the humidity will get you, and you'll get like hot and sweaty. But if you go to like in Arizona or somewhere it's a dry heat, I believe is what they call that. It's literally while you're the sun, like burns the hell out of you. So yeah, your car gets hot, and at night your car gets freezing. Yeah, it's a fun experience. Well, I'm glad you're in better places now, Sean. It's good to hear. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so a lot of the my collection like restarted. I guess what was it? Now we're at year 5, about 6 years ago. But I did start collecting a couple years prior, like 10 years ago. Getting back to collecting from when I was a kid. There's a big old gap there, about 6 years. I didn't. I was just figuring it out. I was floating. I was trying to be like, what do I do, or where do I go, or what's going on, and what do I how do I figure it out? It's just those growing pains you go through. But as soon as I kind of established myself like a home setting, like not saying like a house you go to, like an actual like where I felt comfortable with like leaving things out, and I was very oh man, we could really talk about a lot of stuff I did in my early 20s, like a lot of shared, not like shared living, but a lot of like I guess just area like I worked a lot like freelance, so I'd go places where I just had my backpack, and then you had to like condense your stuff to like just like your toiletries and your underwears and your socks, just so you can have more like bring your stuff with you, but at the same time like have it towards where like no one steals from you, and if somebody steals from you, it's just your underwear, your toiletries, and your clothes, like the bare essential, bare minimum. But now that I now have I've been posting about this. Once in a while it'll be my collection, my Transformers collection. It's like I don't know. It's like it's a rush. You gotta find these. Yeah, I don't really. It's more of an impulse thing, But that's the whole addict thing. It doesn't really go anywhere. You just learn how to like use it a little different. And where I'm at right now is like I just got back into collectibles, and hot rod right there is a hot commodity. I'm having such a hard time like not opening this guy right here. This is like such a cool, like I mean it's holds its value in the box, but I mean a lot of people just open them, and I mean I've seen a few out, but I don't want to buy a lot of them because this is that I enjoy my favorite movies up there. And then I saw the good old gold Optimus Prime. I don't even realize I don't even own any Optimus Prime, like original, or I own original stuff, but I don't have any like any new stuff. So I saw this one. He's really hard to find. So I got this one over here, and just as I grow my collection, it's cool to like actually. Where was I gonna? Oh, I didn't do it. Did I do it? Hold on. I wanted to. It's like it's such a show and tell, like kind of thing that we do. And I remember I guess it's from like elementary school. We used to do show and tell all the time. And wait, what was I gonna show? I was gonna show. I'm sorry. I'm like I lost my train of thought. Oh well. Oh sorry. I had it here. What I was gonna show, but here I'll go this way. But even like or like I like that Dave has a connection. I like that, you know, like everybody online. Oh yeah, here we go. Now I remember what I was gonna do. Sorry, where did I do? Where did I put you? I'm in a Facebook group of, you know, Transformers, and it's just so cool that we have this group. That we just it's definitely a show and tell. I thought I screenshotted it here. I'm sorry, I did not. Uh, anyways, you basically like take a picture of your collectibles and you post them in the group and people go and talk about it, and it's a great thing when you have other people talking about their collections. So it's kind of like any like these, you know, Facebook group, any Facebook group that you go and you have the one thing you want to talk about, or the one whatever it is. And I'm in a few, you know, the Kevin Smith world, the world of Kevin Smith, and then the art of Kevin Smith, two groups that I have a lot of people in them, and it's pretty cool that I've been able to meet friends off those groups and kind of connect with them and talk about certain things. Mark Lamb and I definitely have have conversations a lot about just, you know, Kevin Smith, or just like you know, collecting, because Mark Lamb's a big collector. I was gonna try to get him on tonight, but he's busy, because I was kind of was gonna talk about collection, but he's got a crazy Kevin Smith collection. I'll have him on one day and we'll talk about it. Let's see what Sean says. Way better. I left my old life and decided to be productive and asset to life, and not just try to get by and not let depression get the best of me. Best choice ever made. Yeah, it's like I was, you know, I get caught in those thoughts sometimes where I'm like I used to be like massively depressed, and I still have it. It doesn't go anywhere, you know. So you just learn, like you said, stay busy. And Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, always says like, "What's the best revenge is massive production. You know, massive work. Get ahead of your work and just keep going." And like, it's one of those good things that until you start doing it, and then time passes and you're later to go back on. Because sometimes I'm like, I can't even believe I like how was I so like unhinged that far, or how did I like what I know what I used to get back, but how did I get so far off, or how did, but it's like it's also it's my life, and it's decisions that I choose to do in my life, and then they don't always turn out the best, so you have to go back and figure it out. And I think a lot of people just, not a lot, I don't like talking like that. I just think when somebody sees you, they see you as just going down a path that they don't know about, but they don't really care about it either, but they'll say stuff about it, or they'll say they'll let you know. But that's why I think movies and media were always great. Have always been nice to me. Always give me a good like reset and know like what do I want to watch, where do I want to be, and like also like nowadays, like even like writing and working on this stuff and really getting an idea out. I think that was the issue I had when I was younger. A real bad issue I had was I couldn't really, I could articulate, but it was to the point where I had so many things I was trying to get out, and it just didn't make sense. It was all cluttered. And now after years of like going back to schooling and training myself, and also from the ages of 26 to about 28 and a half, I went to counseling. So anybody out there listening, counseling is different than I mean, I like coaching and counseling because, you know, I'm a kind of an athlete guy, so coaching is easy for me to listen to, even if they're like yelling and stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever. But like counseling, so a lot, like I've done therapy. I've gone to who is this? Look at these people. I'm gonna just, I don't know why you get on this. Look at that. Sorry, I had to block somebody. They send like random messages. Anyways, so like I shouldn't let that get to me. I should just keep going. But like, you know, just you know, there's you go to talk to a psychologist, and you can talk to a therapist, you can talk to a counselor, you can talk to a peer mediator, you can talk to a lot of people. And I tried to talk to as many as I could, just because it was kind of like not really to the point where I was like, oh, just get it off my chest and I'll move on. No, it was like, let's go to a deep world and let's figure this out. And for the most part, this is what the show's kind of turning into. How did I get here? But without always talking about here, it was just, hey, he's here. And it says, you have to give up what you're doing to get where you want. Yeah. You know, I had man, I had a lot. I didn't have a lot of self like care or self love. And I was working at a restaurant, and I had a manager, which she wasn't. I'm not talking bad. She wasn't really the best manager, but she was a nice person, and she was like a yoga instructor, and she was a couple years older. Like, she was older than me, and she was telling me, she goes, you know, you're like, you go, it's a busy Friday or Saturday, and you're trying to figure it out, and I think I messed something up, and she's like noticing that I don't get mad at other people, like I get mad at myself, and that I would really like beat up on myself. And she told me something that I was like, holy cow, like Like I didn't not that I'm not surprised that came from you, but I'm like, wow, it makes so much sense. Like, and I respect her, for that. So I was like, all right, I'll take that. She said, when you learn to find love with yourself, you will learn to find love with someone else. And that's saying like, abusing things, doing things in excess, pushing people away, things away, like that kind of stuff started making more sense to me. And not just being in a relationship or anything, just like just trying to be around the right people you want to be around. And it's to say like if I wanted to be around filmmakers, or if I want to be around actors, or I want to be around doctors, I want to be around lawyers, everything has like a certain I don't know, societal payment or something. You get that in a lot of movies too, where you see the in crowd, you see, how does it take? What do I got to do to be the cool person, or what does it take? Like when? Why does the higher authority come and look for me? And to me to be like, or it's just like Matrix, Neo. Like why are they after me? I can't be the one. Well, they're gonna find out, and it's either you're prepared or you're not. It's this is my version of Bill Phillips quote: "To get what you want, you have to know what to give up to get it." Yeah, and I like what that means. In my head, I see like you have like, here we can use my dry erase board. Nah, I just saying I feel like you have like in your brain, or in your heart, or inside of us, whatever we have just enough memory, like a computer. I think that's maybe where they got that from. But we have just enough that it fills in a certain way. But you need to carve out, like what he says here, like you need to know what you need to give up. Well, I might need to give up this habit I have here, or this job, or these friends, or this lifestyle to make room for something else. Thanks, Sean. We're moving along here. We're getting this episode going. Today's, like I said, it's a self-check episode, everybody. Anybody watching this, we're just seeing where we're going. I'm trying to really I haven't made the time. That's just being lazy. It's not that I'm not being lazy. It's just I tack on so many things that I'm like, all right, one at a time. Take your time, one at a time. So I'm molding everything in. So I guess my media today I wanted to talk about was just be outside of collecting was, look at there, we got Magneto. So I think, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, I brought up the Mark Jackson card with the twins in the background. But also, I like this card because it has in the back, it has stats, and it's so you can kind of gauge someone's, I guess, talents or productivity, more productivity. So I like that because it shows like there's a lot, at least like these things they have, little story on the side about Magneto, and it gives you just a little bit of like a powerful mutant villain who controls magnetic fields. Magneto clashes with the X-Men to make them yield. But then it has like everything in like 5 different languages. So just, man, for text purposes, this is a great filler. But yeah, I think this is awesome. So I would like to try to make my own version of my card to see if I can make a CJ card with stats in it as we go from my episodes. 'Cause I want my episodes to get a little bit more. Like last week's episode was amazing, and I'm like, how do you keep hitting that note? How do you keep going? But just having great guests is the number one thing, and be on a great network like the Indie Escape, and having great people like Sean. Yeah, Magneto. Yeah, yeah, dude. Like I got him, and I got Megatron. So just here a lot of the, like it's like a lot of the mediums that I like are kind of like I got books, I got stuff to just keep me company, keep me busy, but also like have other people in my life that can't have me just staying here and kind of just chill out. But for my weekly movies, for CJ's weekly movies, hello, this is a portion of the show where I kind of want to talk about movies that we watched last week or talked about. Like Mona and we spoke about The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Now this movie, maybe I should have it up and ready. Let's get. I enjoyed this movie a lot. Not just the fact that it's a Ben Stiller movie, and I'm a huge Ben Stiller fan, but the fact that it's a very imaginative movie. Secret Life of Walter Mitty, 2013, PG, 1 hour 54 minutes, Adventure comedy drama. When both he and a colleague are about to lose their job, Walter takes action by embarking on an adventure more extraordinary than anything he could have ever imagined. Director Ben Stiller, writers Steve Conrad, James Thurber, stars Ben Stiller, Christian Wiig, John Daly. This is all off on IMDb. And I thought this movie, like the way they, I mean, it's a Ben Stiller directed it, but and it's also a remake. This movie's from like the 40s or something. Um, but Ben Stiller plays Walter Mitty, goes on a little adventure, uses his imagination, he goes through this whole daydreaming thing, seems visualizes himself as someone else, and even the whole like marketing for the movie. There's a scene where he gets in the ocean with a shark, and the scene of him on top of a mountain. They just kind of like the imagination, like that's his day job, like that's his office job. Like, I mean, you're this guy's like living in a fantasy world in real time as he daydreams. But at the same time, I like the visuals, but I kind of like that he goes extremely far with his ideas. Like he really lays in those. Um, this is awesome episode of Mona and I just kind of finding new things about this movie, things we liked, things we enjoyed, just sharing that moment with somebody. Like we didn't watch these movies at the same time, but we talk about them. Like we recently watched it within the week and we talk about it. So I want to say that this movie is like a great little like from 2014. That's almost it's 8 years old, which seems to me like not too long, but time has passed. And just like watching that movie about imagination and growing and just somebody going through an adventure, it all kind of works well. What we're talking about right now with Sean and I, just you start somewhere, and regardless whether you put yourself in that position or not, you can go somewhere else. You go where else you need to go. And other people look at it and it look like it's going down or backwards or negative. It doesn't matter. It's your life. It's your time. So figure out what you want to do right with your time. But the more and more I watch movies, it's one thing for me to enjoy. But the more I share movies, the more we like. I've always loved that. Even like going to like work, waiting tables, and just spending 90% of the time working with my coworker. That you're like, yes, we're gonna talk movies all day. We're gonna quote. We're gonna make fun of people at the table by using not make fun of them, but we're gonna say dumb quotes at the table. Or just I like the one I would use for Predator. The movie Predator, was it like 1987 when they would tell like a Colin or something like, do you guys make this like we never worked at steakhouse, and it's like, do you guys make this like this or prepare it like that? How do you is okay? And I remember it'd be like a two-man team or something, and I would just say, if it bleeds, we can grill it. And like people would get the quote. Like first they'd say it was stupid, but then they'd be like, hey man, that's Predator. Like, yeah, it's a movie, bring it to reality. And Walter Mitty's I guess bringing reality and or bringing fantasy into his reality too. So I like how you can kind of not control. You can bring these up, but there's no saying you can't. I like that nowadays more people kind of get the gist of things. Kind of get the because when I was younger, I remember I used to quote movies and people would be like, "What are you doing? Get back to work," or "That's stupid." It was just weird. Now I was like, as I'm getting older, and I don't know, just life was just kind of fun for me on certain things that I like to think about, like waiting tables. But even like for sci-fi Sundays, we had what do you call? I asked my coworker Max, another Max. I asked what movie should we do for sci-fi Sunday, because he's a guy that like enjoys fantasy and sci-fi, and he said Interstellar, which is on Paramount Plus right now, and that he grew the crop out. The Christopher Nolan actually grew the crop out so he can run over it, so it looks like authentic. It's like just the fact that a filmmaker puts that much like detail and depth into something, where I'm like, man, that's amazing. Like he really like took his time to really show us what I mean, it's CGI is one. I feel like if you're gonna just do a CGI scene like that, you're just kind of throwing it away. But I do appreciate his like knack for the craft, or am I saying that right, or touch to the craft, where he's like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna show you, and I really enjoy it. Let's see, great movie. Yeah, this is an awesome movie. Everything from the sci-fi aspect to the actual. This is one of those movies that I do enjoy. That it sounds super smart, like super intelligent when they talk about things. So I don't really care if like I have to make sense of it. Like I don't really care. Like it's so cohesive for the movie that like I don't care if they are wrong or if they don't make any sense. Like it doesn't bother me any. Like I'm like, you know what? That's pretty cool. I think they got it down. And then like I was saying, like that was cool that he shared it. And then today we talked about it for a little bit, and I mean I think that's like the one thing it is about with Koreans, with people, just movies, just kind of communicating. Very different from other space type movies. Yeah, it is. And I took it this time as like McConaughey, his relationship with his daughter Murphy, like it really, when I saw this movie, my son wasn't around, and now my son's around, and I can feel the urgency of like, oh, he needs to get back to his family. Like, even when they're on that planet where it's every hour on there is 7 years, like they're barely even on there for that long, and like I at the very end, I mean, spoilers, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but at the very end when he has his scene, like you're like it has more of a feel to it. It has more meaning to it. It has more of a I don't know, like I don't know how to what to say the I'm sorry, it has more like it has more sorry, I was reading something. It has more like love at the end, or more of a not love. Why do I say that? It has more of a stakes. There's more stake at the end. So as we're going through that, you really start to really like appreciate the storytelling with the film, with the movie making, with the all the way they executed everything. So I liked it. So it's I love sci-fi movies. Um, just to say that like they really get me out of the norm in a way, and this one's definitely like you just have to follow it a little bit, but it's like as you're following it, you don't you just go through the journey. It's awesome. Also being on Earth and being outside, being in space, and then people. It was refreshing, a new take on space movies. It had a heartfelt connection to it, if that makes sense. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. You're connected at the end. So when you go full circle, you're just like I could really feel the payoff at the end of the movie, where I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. That's what makes more sense. Now the time to this movie, like every second is more crucial to me now than ever. Before I was like, oh, okay, go on a journey, it's your daughter. Now I'm like, nah, if it's up to me, I wanna spend time with my kid. I wanna be with them as long as I can, as much as I can, and you get to see it in this movie. Even when I don't want to ruin the movie. Just it's got its heart touch feelings. It's got its excitement. It's got its fantasy. It even has a certain someone in that movie that makes a cameo. And yeah, there's a good cameo in there. But we also did on Side by Side. We did this one. We did Constantine and Legion. And I gotta say, like, as I'm watching, I feel like I don't want to say like I watch movies with a purpose. I feel like that defeats the purpose of watching movies. You just watch them to enjoy them. But I'm watching them nowadays, and I'm like, man, like Keanu Reeves, I like his acting in this one. Like he's like I picked up a lot from Keanu on this on Constantine. I His acting is kind of like you think Keanu Reeves, you think like sweetheart, nice guy. You think a person that's like literally like just he'd give you the like a Hollywood A-lister who would give you their shirt on their back, and there's tons of stories of him like being a nice person, but when you actually see him have to portray like he's kind of as John Constantine, he's kind of a jerk. So when you see him like kind of out of his not element, he's an actor, but when you see him bring it pull like bring it through, I'm just like wow, he is a great actor. So we had this past episode. I'm gonna have to brag about the next episode we got coming up, because if you know me, people have been kind of, I don't want to say following, but if you watch Side by Side, you'll know. Hold on, we got some comments in here. What's up, David Madison in the hizzy? My man CJ. We need Constantine, and I've seen Keanu wants to do it. Yeah, like a part two. Oh, Constantine 2. Yeah, that came out with exclamation marks. Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe's laying out some knowledge on the episode. Oh yeah, you can actually talk live to us on there now. Yeah, Matt, I need to watch that, Joe. The Matt Ryan. So we got Masson in the house. Look at that. We got Ridgely. Look at that. We got people in here. But next week, or this week actually, we're saying depending on my schedule, I kind of messed up a little bit. We're going there, and if you know me, you know how much I love me some Brandon Fraser. So we're gonna double dose next this week with The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, okay, I got that. I got that. Cool. Yeah, they should do Constantine too. The quarterback from the Atlanta Falcons, Joe. I I I knew it wasn't him, but yeah, it's pretty obvious that that's his name, Matt Ryan. Yeah, he's also that's why the jet the not the Jets the Falcons are a little down this past few years because Matt Ryan's been doing Constantine roles. Now I let's see if I still have the image of him up here. Let's see, we had it the other day. I might have taken it down. All right, I took it down. The Constantine actor. No, it's the show Constantine. It was on I don't want to say what CW. I'm sorry, I told you said the other day, and Matt Ryan. There we go. 2014 drama, one season. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna watch it, Joe. I'm gonna check it out. But let's see, mummy movies. Evil Sin of Mine. We're watching them all the time. Hell yeah, CW. Yes, I knew it. Yeah, dude, these movies like I don't know, man. They're I guess for me it's nostalgia. I was a freshman in high school, but when the Mummy came out, and like a sophomore when the Mummy Returns came out, but man, I mean it's Brendan Fraser at like his peak. His acting. Like he's doing a really great job. Payne was his name O'Connell, John O'Connell or James O'Connell. Let's see. I can't stand the Mummy series. Oh man, freaking Ben tries to break my knees with the Mummy 3. He just breaks it down, but I'm like, I know it wasn't that good. Yep, CW 1 was awesome. Yeah, he agrees. Sean agrees. But come on, Joe. It's the you got. I mean, they're kind. I think what it is I'm catching on about these movies, and somebody correct me. I think there was like Mummy, like this is like one of the original monsters. You have Frankenstein, you have the Merman, you have vampire, Dracula, you have the werewolf, and I think the Mummy is one of them because Monster Squad. And I got it from there too, but I think the Abbott and Costello go up against the Mummy, and I think that they use the CGI Mummy, and I think maybe I don't know what's the big take because I remember talking to the Max about that, and he's just only a couple years older than me, and he was telling me that he didn't like it because of Brendan Fraser, but the fact that I think he was coming at it as in a more of a like a fan from like the original stuff. George of the Jungle as a treasure hunter mummy killer. Ah. But George of the Jungle came out second though. Or no, wait, I think it was in '98. I think you might be right. When was George of the Jungle made? 97. Yeah, you're right. Oh, he also said he made a good point with the Mummy. He goes, "It's no Indiana Jones," and I'm like, "Yeah, I get you." Yeah, the original Paramount movies. Yeah, the Paramount monsters. I remember that. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I haven't seen. I actually haven't seen the movies in whole in about maybe a couple years. No, it's been a while. I haven't seen the Mummy in a long time. I see the Mummy Returns like once in a while when I was on TV, just playing. I'd watch it, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna change my views. I've seen the movies way too much that I definitely enjoy. I enjoy them, but we'll see. We'll see what we get from all this. Universal monsters. Who's everybody's favorite Universal monster? I will always like the werewolf, the wereman. Now the werewolf is my favorite. I like vampires, but the restrictions are too much. Like you know, like with the werewolf, you just gotta kind of watch that one night of the month or the moon. With vampire, it's like every day. I gotta stay away from the sun every day. I gotta put SPF 1 million. I don't know. I'm still kind of like the Blade one where Stephen Dorff, what's his name, Deacon Frost, where he does go out during the day, but he's just wearing like sunblock, like just layers and layers of sunblock. I'm still a little bit iffy about that if that actually works. Can a vampire wear sunblock and survive the day in daylight? Hmm. Sounds like a David Madison movie we should be making. That's right, Universal. Thanks, Joe. They need to reboot the Werewolf TV series. Is that like an older one, or is that the? Because all I know about Werewolf series is that Teen Wolf, but I didn't even watch it. It's an MTV thing. Oh, look at that, 46 minutes. Thanks everybody for helping me get there today. That was just kind of. I thought I was going to be on here for about 20 minutes and just kind of go through the show, go through the progression. Still trying to find my setting, my feelings, how I mean, the shows are starting to morph a little bit better now, the way I like them, and everyone's interaction has really helped me out. So thank you. I made this yesterday, and I'm gonna share it with everybody. Look at that, salmon with brown rice and broccoli. I ate a lot of broccoli, and I'm gonna try to just focus that glop there. My honey for some reason crystallized. So I like to do a little honey with garlic salt, onion salt, and soy sauce, and then just kind of mix them up together with some seasoned like herbs. But the honey I was using like glopped up, so it's got all. It's more of a glaze. This looks more like a barbecue sauce there. This is a Fox original back in the day. Look it up on YouTube. Werewolf series from Fox, right? What we would look up. Werewolf TV series on Fox. Well, something popped up that said oh man, I think I do remember this, Joe. Let's see. I think I do remember this. Dang. Let's see.
About to begin a journey into terror.
When the world isn't the same as our minds believe, then we are in a nightmare. And nothing is worse than a nightmare. Except one you can't wake up from.
2 more kids were killed last night.
The cycle has begun. Now, there's silver bullets in that gun. You can end the curse by severing the original bloodline.
What's happening to you?
I did it. I killed last night, Kelly.
You're one of mine, aren't you?
I don't want to be like this.
You come to kill me.
You're gonna send a bounty hunter after this kid?
What the hell you got in there?
I don't know. Lock your doors. Turn off the lights. Find a chair that's comfortable and safe. Prepare yourself for Werewolf. Next. Eric Cord was just an ordinary college student until he was attacked by his roommate, a werewolf. Now he's running for his life, chased by a bounty hunter for the murder of his cursed friend. In pursuit himself of the evil werewolf Skorzeny, the source of his bloodline, a beast who must die to set Eric free. A race against time and the bloodlust that threatens to overwhelm him. Now, Werewolf, the legend continues. Weeks to come, the road Eric Cord must travel is a lonely one peopled by demons. The demon he pursues, Skorzeny, a monster who must die to end Eric's curse. The demon inside him, the bloodlust that threatens to turn Eric into a killer out of control. And the demons that plague humanity, fear, greed, guilt, and revenge. But there are other travelers on this road that renew Eric's courage and hope. The strength of friendship, the love of a family, the warmth of a young girl's heart. Priceless and grasped for only an instant before they slip away. But they all remain allies in Eric's battle with evil. The evil around him and the evil within, whose name is Werewolf.
You know what, Joe? I remember that, but I remember it like I saw it like a movie. So I thought I didn't see it like 20 minutes is not acceptable. Oh, I got an IMDb thing here to search. I'll search that. But yeah, we could watch that. We could watch. I mean, we should. I would like to remake that, but definitely my version will be Werewolf. He never knows where he's at. Where am I? Where am I? And he transforms. No, I don't know. I just that's just kind of a play on words. It's too easy. I'd like to pick on that one. Where? But yeah, we're running down the episode down to an end. Still, just not really a recap, but just to let everyone know that today is just a self check. Self check is just checking in on yourself, making sure you're doing all right. I recommend everybody would once in a while take a step back and just kind of see how you're doing. And I like to like I said, like watching movies is man. I used to be like in the beginning, like in 2020. I could watch 3 or 4 movies a day when just trying to figure out what to do, like what's going on, and time has passed and I have a little bit more clarity, and like I have more of things I need to do. And plus, I'm taking a class right now that I need to have homework due in 2 hours that I haven't started yet. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I've started it. I just need to submit it. I don't like what I have. So, yeah, just having a little bit more of a like awareness of like. My world that I'm creating here with my Manic Mondayz is just a free space. Anybody wants to come on and talk and hang out, movie related, hopefully, basically, or hopefully you can find out anything from our other shows, on the Indie Escape Network. Come and check us out. Like I said, next week, hopefully, I'll have Brandon E. Brooks, and following after that, I'll have Gabe. So I'll have 2 family members back to back. This is my birth month, so we're gonna have to hit it hard. But yeah, we got some great shows coming up. I'm gonna try to make all of them, and hopefully you'll see me commenting in there. And so tell me what's up if you happen to catch me. I tried to take a week off from the Indie Escape Network. I failed. Yeah, horribly, miserably failed. When you took off for like 2 hours. Not something happened. Nothing. Not to joke about what happened, but the fact that Joe like said this like, "All right, guys, I'm gonna need some time off," and we're like, "All right," and then he's like, "All right, I'm back." It's like, well, that wasn't off. It was like Joe, but we see where we're going, Joe. We we got your back, you got ours back. We're going it. We're doing it. But definitely this show and this network, we're just growing. We're figuring it out. Well, a lot of our shows are just barely starting off, or some of them have already been going. So it's pretty cool just to kind of see and be part of this. But if you get a chance this week, check out our shows, the Indie Escape Network on Facebook and the YouTube. Looking forward to just kind of. The thing about it is also when you have a network of friends and people just to kind of like you have something in common, you can talk about things with that, and you don't have to talk about the outside world or things that are bothering you. Not to say you need to like neglect them or anything, but it's just something that you just want to get your mind off, or you want to focus, or just something you enjoy. Like I enjoy, like I'll bring him up again, Mark Lamb. I enjoy when we talk about Kevin Smith stuff. I enjoy getting in the Facebook groups and posting my my collection and having other people show theirs and talk about their collection. And man, I do find out that there are some hardcore collectors out there. Like if you just kind of act like you know what you're saying, or if they'll come at you. Like even if you write something and you're like, I'm not too sure, but I might be off by a number, they'll let it slide. But even the way they let it slide is like a backhanded. And I just think it's a lot of people with just they like in any group I'm talking about, any group you're in, there's always those group of people. But you just get in there and have fun and communicate and try to talk to just try to see if you can have any common interests with people, because at the end of the day, like being able to share ideas and share just fun stuff. I mean, this is literally somebody thought of this, created this, and here it is now. So I'm gonna learn how to make the Indie Escape action figures. I'm not joking. We have the trading cards too, because I like to collect the cards. But let's see, we're coming down to the end of the show. Got 5 minutes left. I'm gonna let everybody kind of go home a little bit early today because the class is over. Class. Always like like online classes. Like it's like if you lose bad connection, you could totally lose the class, but you still get the information. But don't forget about this Friday. Brandon E. Brooks. He will have his very own. I mean, it's his very own show. IOU will have his guest Sandra Santiago. So I'll be doing my research from now till Friday. I'm pretty sure I've seen it in a lot of things, but give Brandon a. It's on Friday night when you're unwinding from the end of the week. Friday, come hang out with Brandon, and if you want to hang out for the rest, unwind for the weekend, you hang out at the end of the night, guys, because that's where I don't know. That's where I go. That's where I'll be hanging out, and don't forget Joe Rizzi will be there too. What we got? Awesome show again, and see you next week, brother. Yeah, just Sean, thanks for coming back, man. I'm coming back. Thanks for what do you call it? Messaging me back when I say what's up, because it was kind of kind of check in on your friends here and there. And even though we don't see people in face to face, doesn't mean that you still can't reach out to them. The digital world keeps us connected, which is pretty cool, and separated. Looking forward to next week's show. CJ, have a great evening. Yeah, you too, Joe. We got the beginning of the week or the end of the week, the way you see it. Appreciate the shout out, my friend. Good show. I'll see you on here live next week. Yeah, totally appreciate it, Brandon. And then Sean, there you go. Got the hearts and the thumbs up. All right, Sean. Well, everybody, thank you for hanging out with me tonight on my Manic Mondayz check-in. We're just coming on here and hanging out and getting to just relax a little bit because the week just started. So, well, everybody have a good night, and I'll see you later. Peace.